Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a blueprint that's going to completely shift how you think about wealth. We're going to journey together from repairing our psychological relationship with money all the way to executing a really concrete 5-year investing plan. Let's dive right in.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start by redefining your money mindset, then move into accelerating your earning engine and turning savings into investments. After that, we'll explore two powerful paths, the index fund strategy and the dividend income path. Finally, we'll wrap it all up with your 5-year wealth plan.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, redefining your money mindset.
Okay, take a look at this absolutely staggering number. The average American household is carrying over $11,000 in credit card debt. 11 grand. And honestly, the craziest part? We just kind of accept this massive burden as normal, like it's just a standard cost of existing in a modern consumer economy.
But contrast that with this number right here, 0. The average Japanese household carries almost 0 credit card debt. No way, right? And this isn't about different income levels or some strict government policy. It's literally the direct result of unwritten cultural rules passed down for generations. It's just how they handle money.
For example, take the rule of Mitate, which is basically the art of seeing what something else could be. Here in the West, we spend billions on these single-purpose gadgets. I mean, think of the avocado slicer, a tool that does exactly one thing, which, spoiler alert, a knife already does. Mitate asks us to pause for just 60 seconds before buying and ask, do I have a free, adequate solution already? Because adequate is free, and brand new costs money you could be investing.
And this philosophy fundamentally changes how they view what they owe. In the West, debt is often treated as a tool, right? We call it leverage. But the Japanese rule of Giri treats owing money as a moral obligation, a really heavy weight on your character. The whole idea of owing a company that charges you interest for the privilege of owing them, it goes against this psychology entirely.
So this brings us to a really cool mental math technique called Soroban. Look at Broke Brian over on the left. He gets that quick dopamine hit from seeing a $120 jacket and buys it right on impulse. But Smart Sam? He's completely rewired his brain. He instantly converts that $120 into time and opportunity cost. He's thinking, well, that's 8 hours of work or 12 months of compound growth. Doing that math makes spending a conscious, deliberate decision, not just an automatic reflex.
Moving right along to Section 2, accelerating your earning engine.
Because, look, here's a slightly uncomfortable truth. Saving money alone is like trying to fill an entire swimming pool with a teaspoon. You just need more horsepower. Increasing your income is your primary financial engine, but you have to watch out for the hedonic adaptation trap. That's when your lifestyle instantly upgrades to match your shiny new paycheck. The fix? It's a strict rule. Save at least 50% of every single raise you get. Enjoy half, invest the rest. Simple as that.
That takes us to Section 3, turning savings into investments.
You see, the true wealth gap isn't actually between savers and spenders. It's between savers and investors. Think about it for a second. Are you just storing seeds? Because saving money is a lot like putting seeds in a glass jar. Sure, they're safe, but absolutely nothing grows. Investing is taking those seeds and planting them in the messy soil. It takes a bit of time and it might look messy at first, but eventually they grow into something massive.
And the mathematical reality of those planted seeds is frankly staggering. Just look at this 20-year growth chart for a $10,000 balance. In a standard savings account earning maybe 1%, it barely crawls to $12,000. But invested in the broader market, which historically returns around 10%, that exact same $10,000 balloons to over $67,000. That right there is the absolute magic of compounding over time.
So how do we safely make this leap without losing our minds? It really comes down to 4 simple steps. First, build a solid 3 to 6 month emergency fund in cash. Second, mentally separate your safe money from your growth money, which is totally allowed to fluctuate. Third, start small, because consistency always beats trying to time the market. And fourth, just keep it incredibly simple when you're just starting out.
Which perfectly tees up Section 4, the index fund strategy.
Listen, even Warren Buffett famously advises that a low-cost index fund is the most sensible equity investment for the vast majority of people. It's definitely boring, but man, is it highly effective. Instead of trying to pick individual winning stocks, you just buy a tiny slice of the entire market, like the top 500 U.S. companies. This gives you instant diversification, incredibly low fees, and historical average returns of roughly 8 to 10%. Basically, you buy, you wait, and you let time do all the heavy lifting for you.
Now let's explore an alternative in Section 5, the dividend income path.
Let's objectively compare these two paths. So index funds offer high diversification and great tax efficiency, but to actually get income later on, you have to sell off your shares, which, let's be honest, could be psychologically brutal during a market crash. Dividend stocks, on the flip side, are usually less diversified and less tax efficient, but they win massively on human psychology. Why? Because established companies deposit cash directly into your account, so even if the market drops, the dividends keep arriving, which really prevents you from panic selling.
Now, if you do choose the index fund route, you absolutely need to know the 4% rule. Studies suggest that if you withdraw just 4% of your portfolio annually, you have an incredibly low chance of running out of money over a 30-year retirement window. So to safely withdraw $50,000 a year, you'd need a portfolio of about $1.25 million. You're basically relying on long-term market growth to consistently outpace your withdrawals.
All right, let's bring it all home. Section 6, your 5-year wealth plan. Let's bring everything we've talked about together into a really concrete roadmap. Building wealth doesn't have to take 40 years, I promise. First, adopt that Japanese spending discipline. Use Mitate to find free solutions and respect Giri as a moral weight. Second, radically increase your income engine. Third, lock in a 50% savings rate on every raise to completely bypass lifestyle inflation. Fourth, invest that gap consistently. And finally, just let compounding take over. Real wealth isn't one lucky crypto trade, guys. It's hundreds of disciplined, consistent decisions repeated over a 5-year window.
So I want to leave you with this one provocative question. Where do you want your finances to be exactly 5 years from today? Because those 5 years, they're going to arrive whether you prepare for them or not. The choice between staying stuck and building incredible momentum starts with the exact decisions you make today. Thanks so much for joining me in this explainer.